Hello everyone, my name is Azina Amar and I started this YouTube channel to help set people free from the miseducation our society has given us. I am an entrepreneur. I have started several successful businesses through reading books. A fun fact for you guys, rich people read 50 books a year, poor people read 1 book a year. Rich people choose education, you guys. Poor people choose entertainment. And let me tell you something, I was the queen of movies. I love movies. But when I read that, I turned the TV off. That was it for me. In school, we are taught to admire the Latin, the Greek, and the Hebrew. And we are also taught to despise Africans. African American people, culture has been wiped away from them. We don't know our ancestors. Chinese people love China. Indian people love India. But if I go to an African American person and tell them, let's go back to Africa or go visit, they be like, oh, hell no. And guys, I used to be the same way until I visited Africa. And when I went to Africa, it broadened my horizon. I've never seen land so beautiful, beaches. I've never seen people with my skin, police officers, judges, loving you, happy to see you. I went to Africa for 2 months and it was the greatest experience I've ever had. I have a quote for you from Frederick Douglass. He says that I did not know I was a slave until I couldn't do the things I wanted. This system that we're in is set up to keep us here as slaves. That's why they miseducate you about Africa and they don't want you to visit it. But they over there investing. The book review I'm doing on this episode is called Servant of the Messenger by Shaykh Macky. And what's exciting about this is that this is actually Shaykh Ahmad Bamba's grandson. And I've actually had the pleasure to meet the author, so I'm excited. I'm so excited. Okay, so Shaykh Ahmad Bamba was one of the greatest spiritual leaders Senegal has ever seen. When he was born, the first word out of his mouth was Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, which means all praises go to God. His mother said that he never spent the night in the room with her. A white light would come and get him at night and bring him back in the morning. Amadou Bamba was a little boy. He displayed magical powers. One day his mom was going to make ablution and needed to get water out of like a 50-foot well. And when it fell down and the rope fell, he said, don't worry, Mom, don't tell nobody about this. He magically was able to pull the bucket up for them. Also, when he was a child, his sister at 9 years old was stolen into slavery, kidnapped, and killed. His grandfather, when he was making praying, they murdered him while he was making salat. So during this time of slavery, it was very difficult for them. The French was just murdering everybody, going to the villages, burning the villages down, stealing everybody's cows, stealing everything. And Shaykh Ahmad Bamba actually came from a family of educators, not warriors. And what was special about him is he fought the French non-violently. He fought them with peace, with love. And everywhere Shaykh Ahmad Bamba went, he would build a school. He would educate people who would build mosques. And all the other sheikhs got jealous of that and went and told the French. So the French summoned him to court 6 or 7 times. He wouldn't show up. He finally showed up, and the first thing he did when he went to court was he made salat. He made 2 rakahs. And the judge was upset. They said, don't come in my court disrespecting us. What are you doing? You can't pray here. Shaykh Ahmad Bamba said, I serve one God. I don't serve you guys. So the French judge told him, you need to salute our flag. He said, I'm not saluting the flag. He said, you need to salute our flag. He said, listen, if I salute that flag, that would be the beginning and the demise of the French colonists. He said, okay, you don't have to salute it, but they knew he was going to be trouble. So that's when they banned him to Gabon for 8 years. They starved a lion for 3 days and then put him in the room with the lion. And when they opened the door, the lion jumped out and started eating him alive. And Shaykh Ahmad Bamba was in there praying. These are the miracles he was able to create. So they took him on a ship and they took a raging bull and it ran towards him, and the angel took and put it up in the air. And while he was on this ship, they told him, listen, it's time to pray, and we know that you're not going to miss prayer time, and you can't disrespect us by praying. So what are you going to do? So what he did was he took his prayer rug and went out on the ocean, and in the ocean was all the, millions of slaves went through there. All the slaves, the dead slaves, held him up because he was praying for their souls. And when he got up from prayer, you could see the sand on him. And when the slave ships would come and get them from Goree Island and take them to where their destination, sharks would follow the boats and just eat, because they would throw humans off the boats and the sharks would just follow them and eat the people up. So Shaykh Ahmad Bamba was bulletproof. He was fireproof. And what I love about it, when the French would witness these miracles, they would start asking the Shaykh to pray for him, and they would start serving him. Shaykh Ahmad Bamba, once he got to Gabon, he wrote 7 tons of poems, meditations. He just wrote so much. And I've actually been to Touba, the city he discovered in 1888, and I actually was able to see the library of all the miraculous works, the writings he did. And another thing, just like Gandhi and Martin Luther King, Shaykh Ahmad Bamba was able to stop slavery in Senegal by non-violence. No one else ever did that. And let me tell you something, everybody they ever sent to Gabon or Mediterranean, because they sent him there for 5 years, they wound up getting killed. They couldn't live off of the land. It was too treacherous. So when after 8 years and he came back, people couldn't believe he was still alive. And that made his following triple. So the effect that the French had was the opposite. People start loving him more, start following him more. And the French just couldn't believe that he kept living. Every time they tried to murder him, they threw him inside of a fire, you guys. But he stayed in that fire for 3 days. His mom had to go in there, get him out the fire and say, Shaykh, your people need you. Shaykh Ahmad Bamba said, most of my followers will not speak Wolof. Shaykh Ahmad Bamba had so many amazing prophecies. You guys, you have to get this book. You just won't believe how amazing Shaykh Ahmad Bamba was. Like a holy city. The only thing in Touba is mosque, schools. It's just, as soon as you enter Touba, you can feel the love. You can feel it. I've actually been there. I've had the pleasure of being there. Thank God. And if you guys get the chance to visit, please visit Senegal. You will love it. It will change your life. Another thing I love about Shaykh Ahmad Bamba is he believed that writing, the sword wasn't his weapon, the pen was. That's how he was able to defeat the French. And another thing about Shaykh Ahmad Bamba that I absolutely love is that his heart, he forgave and he let stuff go. And he said the greatest battle we will ever have in life is against ourselves. How hard is it for us to pray on time sometimes? How hard is it for us to give charity? How hard is it for us to do the right thing? He said that's the greatest battle you will ever fight, is against yourself. And he was right. Shaykh Ahmad Bamba, you can't talk about Shaykh Ahmad Bamba without talking about Ibrahim Fall. One day, Ibrahim Fall, Shaykh Ahmad Bamba, and the guest came to the house. And the guest said, how come Shaykh Ibrahim Fall is not praying? Shaykh Ahmad Bamba said, don't worry, he will. So they all got up and prayed together. And while they was praying, when you're praying, the only thing you should think about is God. The guest was thinking about a gift he left that he wanted to give to the Shaykh. So Ibrahim Fall was able to hear his thoughts and when he got the gift and brought it back. And then the guest said, okay, I see why he don't pray. Because he was spiritually aligned with Allah. That's how spiritual these gentlemen were. And one day I will do a review on Shaykh Ibrahim Fall, but right now I'm going to concentrate on Shaykh Ahmad Bamba. Shaykh Ahmad Bamba was just amazing. It's so many miracle stories I could tell you, but I don't have time. But you guys have to go get the book. You will love it. And he's one of our greatest sheikhs. And I'm proud to be able to introduce him to you guys, because you don't hear about this in school. You don't hear about this in America. So in order for us to hear about this, and for me to actually have been blessed to visit Touba, been blessed to visit Senegal, I suggest you guys go. It would change your life. Shaykh Ahmad Bamba in 1888 discovered Touba. He said, Allah has blessed me with a city that the moment I enter it, all my obstacles are getting out of my way. Shaykh Ahmad Bamba, during Touba, 80,000 Muslims go there every Friday and pray. Well, I think it's 30 million Muslims go there once a year. This city is amazing. It's beautiful. I've never been in a city where the mosques are actually made of gold, marbles, and nobody disturbs anything. It's no liquor stores. It's no strip clubs. There's no clubs. Everything is like a holy city. The only thing in Touba is mosques, schools. It's just, as soon as you enter Touba, you can feel the love. Hey, you guys, Shaykh Ahmad Bamba vibration was so high that whenever people tried to take pictures of him, he wouldn't show up in the pictures. So finally, they had to go to him and say, Sheikh, listen, we need to take a picture of you. Because if we don't take a picture of you, people are not going to believe you was really existed. So he said, okay, he went inside, and this is the only living picture of him. He went inside and wrapped some around his face and came out and was able to get this picture taken. Shaykh Ahmad Bamba, one day someone had came to him and brought him a slave and said, I'm giving you this slave as a gift. Shaykh Ahmad Bamba said, no, he's a slave, I'm a slave. He is me and I am him. And no, he freed the slave. So Shaykh Ahmad Bamba single-handedly was able to help stop slavery.
ملرت أنه في حجم من سارا إن الذين إلى سرسار خرقسدو زيارة الفرخ دارين أو سارا إن الذين إلى سرسار خرقسدو زيارة الفرخ دارين أو سارا